Napoleon Bonaparte was a French military and political leader who rose to prominence during the French Revolution and its associated wars. He was born on August 15, 1769, in Ajaccio, Corsica, to a family of minor nobility. His father, Carlo, was a lawyer and a member of the Corsican gentry, while his mother, Letizia, was a strong-willed woman who played a significant role in shaping her son's character. Napoleon's early years were marked by the struggle for Corsican independence from the rule of the Kingdom of France. He was educated at the military academy in Brienne-le-Château, where he developed a passion for mathematics and engineering. In 1785, he was sent to the prestigious École Militaire in Paris, where he met and befriended several future revolutionaries. In 1789, the French Revolution began, and Napoleon soon became involved in the conflict. He was appointed to the National Guard in Corsica and later became a captain in the French army. In 1793, he was sent to mainland France to fight against the royalist forces, and he quickly gained a reputation for his military prowess. In 1796, Napoleon was appointed commander of the Army of Italy, and he led his troops to victory against the Austrian army. He then marched on Rome and forced the Pope to sign a treaty recognizing the French Republic. In 1797, he concluded the Treaty of Campo Formio with Austria, which ended the War of the First Coalition. In 1799, Napoleon returned to France and played a key role in the coup d'état that brought the Directory to an end. He was then appointed first consul of the French Republic, with dictatorial powers. He implemented a series of reforms that strengthened the government and helped to stabilize the country. In 1802, Napoleon concluded the Treaty of Amiens with Britain, which brought an end to the War of the Second Coalition. He then embarked on a series of military campaigns in Europe, including the invasion of Egypt in 1798. He returned to France in 1801 and was hailed as a hero. In 1804, Napoleon was elected Emperor of the French, and he established a new dynasty. He continued to expand his empire through military conquests, including the defeat of the Prussian army at the Battle of Jena Auerstedt in 1806. He also established the Continental System, which aimed to isolate Britain from the rest of Europe. In 1812, Napoleon launched a massive invasion of Russia, but the campaign was a disaster. The Russian army retreated, and the French army suffered heavy losses. Napoleon was forced to retreat, and his empire began to crumble. In 1814, Napoleon was forced to abdicate and was exiled to the island of Elba. However, he escaped and returned to France in 1815, leading to the 100 Days' War. He was defeated at the Battle of Waterloo by the British and Prussian armies, and he was exiled again, this time to the island of St. Helena. Napoleon died on the island of St. Helena on May 5, 1821, at the age of 51. He remains one of the most controversial and influential figures in world history. His legacy includes the establishment of the Napoleonic Code, which influenced the legal systems of many countries, and the spread of nationalism and liberalism throughout Europe. Napoleon Bonaparte, a name that evokes images of military brilliance, political cunning, and a tumultuous reign, was a complex and captivating figure who left an indelible mark on history. Born in Ajaccio, Corsica, on August 15, 1769, to a minor noble family, Napoleon's early life was shaped by the island's turbulent political climate and his own exceptional intellect. From an early age, Napoleon displayed a remarkable aptitude for military strategy and leadership. At the age of 9, he was sent to the prestigious military school in Autun, France, and later transferred to the École Militaire in Paris. There, he excelled in his studies, particularly in mathematics and history, and developed a deep admiration for the great military leaders of the past. As the French Revolution erupted in 1789, Napoleon, a staunch believer in the ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity, eagerly embraced the new order. His military talents quickly caught the attention of the revolutionary government, and he rose rapidly through the ranks, becoming a general at the age of 24. Napoleon's military genius was fully unleashed during the Italian campaign of 1796 to 1797. With a relatively small but highly disciplined army, he outmaneuvered and defeated much larger Austrian forces, securing a series of stunning victories that established his reputation as one of Europe's most formidable commanders. Napoleon's meteoric rise continued in 1799, when he staged a coup d'état and established himself as first consul of France. In this role, he implemented a series of reforms that stabilized the country, strengthened the central government, and laid the foundation for a more modern and efficient state. Napoleon's domestic achievements were equally impressive. He introduced the Napoleonic Code, a comprehensive civil law system that replaced the patchwork of feudal and customary laws that had previously governed France. The Code, with its emphasis on equality and individual rights, had a profound impact on the development of law in many parts of the world. Napoleon also played a pivotal role in the expansion of education, establishing a system of public schools that provided opportunities for all citizens, regardless of social class. He also patronized the arts and sciences, promoting cultural and intellectual growth during his reign. However, Napoleon's ambitions extended beyond France's borders. He sought to establish a French empire that would dominate Europe, and his military campaigns brought much of the continent under his control. His victories at Austerlitz, Jena, and Friedland further cemented his reputation as a military genius, but they also aroused the fears and hostility of other European powers. In 1812, Napoleon embarked on his ill-fated invasion of Russia, a campaign that proved to be his undoing. The vast distances, harsh winter conditions, and fierce resistance of the Russian army led to a disastrous defeat that shattered Napoleon's grand army and marked the beginning of his downfall. The following years saw Napoleon's enemies close and around him. Allied forces defeated him at Leipzig in 1813, and he was forced to abdicate in 1814. He was exiled to the island of Elba, but his exile was short-lived. In 1815, he made a dramatic escape and returned to France, where he briefly regained power during the 100 Days. However, his final defeat at the Battle of Waterloo in 1815 sealed his fate, and he was exiled to the remote island of St. Helena, where he died in 1821. Napoleon Bonaparte's legacy is complex and multifaceted. He was a brilliant military leader who revolutionized warfare, a shrewd politician who modernized France, and a visionary ruler who left an enduring mark on European history. However, he was also an ambitious conqueror who brought war and suffering to many parts of the continent. Despite the controversies surrounding his legacy, Napoleon Bonaparte remains one of the most fascinating and influential figures in history. His story is a testament to the power of charisma, ambition, and military genius, and it continues to captivate and inspire generations. Napoleon Bonaparte, the towering figure of French history, left an indelible mark on the world through his military conquests, political reforms, and enduring legacy. Born on August 15, 1769, in Corsica, a French island in the Mediterranean, he would rise from relative obscurity to become one of history's most iconic leaders. This essay delves into Napoleon's life, his rise to power, his significant achievements, and the impact he had on France and the world. Napoleon's early life and education. Napoleon Bonaparte was born to a minor Corsican noble family, and his early life was marked by hardship and struggle. His father, Carlo Bonaparte, was a lawyer, while his mother, Letizia Ramolino, came from a well-respected Corsican family. Napoleon received his early education at the local school in Ajaccio, Corsica's capital, and displayed an early aptitude for mathematics, which would later prove crucial in his military campaigns. In 1779, at the age of 9, he was sent to mainland France to attend the Royal Military School in Brienne-le-Château. The young Corsican faced significant challenges there, as he was an outsider both culturally and linguistically. His struggles with the French language persisted throughout his life, and he would often communicate through writing, a skill he would later put to great use as a military and political leader. Military career and rise to prominence. Napoleon's military career began when he graduated from the Brienne-le-Château in 1784 and was commissioned as a second lieutenant in the French army. His early service was unremarkable, but his opportunities for advancement arose with the outbreak of the French Revolution in 1789. The revolutionary fervor swept through France, and Napoleon, who had developed strong republican sentiments, embraced the new order. In 1793, he joined the Jacobin Club and supported the revolutionary government. His military prowess and leadership abilities were soon recognized, and he was given command of the French Army of Italy in 1796. This marked the beginning of his meteoric rise to prominence. Napoleon's Italian campaigns from 1796 to 1797 are a testament to his military genius. He achieved a series of brilliant victories against the Austrians and their allies, earning him the nickname the Little Corporal. The battles of Lodi, Arcole, and Rivoli showcased his tactical brilliance and ability to inspire his troops. These campaigns culminated in the Treaty of Campo Formio in 1797, which secured significant territorial gains for France and established Napoleon as a military hero. It was during this time that his ambition and political aspirations began to surface. The coup of 18 Brumaire. Napoleon's military successes in Italy and his growing popularity at home did not go unnoticed. In 1799, he returned to France and, in collaboration with his brother Lucien and other political figures, orchestrated the coup of 18 Brumaire. This event marked the end of the French Directory and the beginning of the Consulate period. Napoleon was appointed as one of the three consuls, effectively becoming the ruler of France. His rule was marked by a focus on stability, centralization of power, and the implementation of various reforms, including the Napoleonic Code, which remains influential in modern legal systems. The Napoleonic Code. One of Napoleon's most enduring legacies is the Napoleonic Code, also known as the Civil Code of 1804. This legal system, designed to replace the patchwork of laws that existed in France, had a profound impact not only on France but also on legal systems across Europe and around the world. The Napoleonic Code emphasized equality before the law, individual rights, and the protection of private property. Under Napoleon's guidance, a team of legal experts, including Jean-Jacques Regis de Cambacérès and Félix Julien Jean Bigot de Préameneu, created this comprehensive legal code. Its principles of legal equality and protection of individual rights have influenced the development of modern legal systems in many countries. The Consulate and the Emperor Napoleon's rule as first consul marked a period of domestic stability in France, which had experienced years of turmoil during the Revolution. However, his ambitions did not stop at being a mere consul. In 1804, he declared himself Emperor of the French, officially becoming Emperor Napoleon I. This shift to imperial rule symbolized his aspiration to consolidate his power and establish a hereditary monarchy in France. On December 2, 1804, in a grand ceremony at Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris, Napoleon was crowned emperor, with Pope Pius VII present to officiate. Napoleon's military campaigns. Napoleon's imperial rule was characterized by a series of military campaigns that expanded the French Empire to its zenith. His military brilliance and the dedication of his troops made the Grande Armée one of the most formidable forces in history. Some of the notable campaigns and battles during his reign include the War of the Third Coalition, 1805. This conflict saw Napoleon's decisive victory at the Battle of Austerlitz, often regarded as one of his greatest military triumphs. The Peninsular War, 1808–1814. Napoleon's efforts to control the Iberian Peninsula led to a protracted and challenging conflict. The invasion of Russia, 1812. Napoleon's ill-fated campaign into Russia resulted in a disastrous retreat from Moscow, causing significant losses for the Grande Armée. The War of the Sixth Coalition, 1813–1814. A series of battles against the coalition forces of Austria, Prussia, Russia, and others ultimately led to Napoleon's abdication and exile. The Hundred Days, 1815. After briefly returning to power, Napoleon met his final defeat at the Battle of Waterloo, leading to his second abdication and exile. Exile and death. Napoleon's final years were marked by exile to the remote island of St. Helena in the South Atlantic. He spent 6 years in captivity, reflecting on his life and writing his memoirs. His exile ended when he passed away on May 5, 1821, at the age of 51. The exact cause of his death has been a subject of historical debate, with theories ranging from stomach cancer to arsenic poisoning. Napoleon's legacy. Napoleon's legacy is a subject of ongoing historical discussion and debate. His impact on France and the world is undeniable, and it can be viewed from various perspectives. Military legacy. Napoleon's military tactics, strategies, and innovations continue to be studied in military academies worldwide. His use of artillery, infantry, and cavalry in combined arms warfare set new standards for the conduct of war. Political legacy. His establishment of the Napoleonic Code and administrative reforms laid the groundwork for modern legal and bureaucratic systems in many countries. The principles of meritocracy and centralized government that he championed also left a lasting impact. Nationalism. Napoleon's campaigns and conquests fueled the development of nationalism in many European countries. The desire for self-determination and resistance to foreign rule were important outcomes of his actions. European balance of power. The Napoleonic Wars and the rise of Napoleon fundamentally reshaped the balance of power in Europe. The Congress of Vienna in 1815 aimed to restore stability by redrawing the map of Europe and preventing any one nation from dominating the continent. The concept of a balance of power, which remains a cornerstone of European diplomacy, was born out of the need to prevent another Napoleon-like figure from emerging. Art and culture. Napoleon's rule had a profound impact on art, culture, and fashion during the early 19th century. The Empire style, characterized by its classical influences, can still be seen in architectural designs and interior decor. Symbolism and myth. Napoleon's image and legacy have been the subject of countless artistic and literary works. He is often portrayed as a heroic figure, a conqueror, and a visionary leader in some accounts, while others highlight his autocratic tendencies and the vast human suffering caused by his wars. Influences on later leaders. Napoleon's rise to power and his governing style influenced numerous leaders and dictators in the centuries that followed, such as Joseph Stalin and Adolf Hitler, who sought to emulate his successes and consolidate power through authoritarian rule. Controversy and debate. Napoleon remains a highly controversial figure, and opinions about him continue to vary. Some view him as a visionary who brought important legal and administrative reforms to France, while others see him as an ambitious conqueror who caused immense suffering across Europe. In conclusion, Napoleon Bonaparte's life and legacy are a complex tapestry of military triumphs, political reforms, and enduring controversies. His impact on France and the world cannot be understated. Whether he is remembered as a military genius, a visionary leader, or a power-hungry dictator, his mark on history is indelible. Napoleon's life serves as a fascinating case study in ambition, leadership, and the complexities of wielding power on a global stage.